All right. Oh, that's the back. You guys ready? Here we go. You can't believe your parents did this to you. Your mom and dad are off to Europe on a business trip, so you have to spend the summer in Fiskville with Aunt Fiona and Uncle Harvey, which means you're spending the summer with your cousins, Barney and Dora, which means a summer of torture. Barney is a year older than you, and a bully. Dora is a year younger, and a whiny pest. Not what you have in mind for your summer vacation. You stare glumly out the car window as your aunt and uncle drive home from the airport. Aunt Fiona turns around in the front seat and beams at you. Barney and Dora can't wait till we bring you home, she squeals. I'll bet you think. Bad news, Barney can't wait to pound me into the ground. Got her. Dora the drag can't wait to rope me into playing with her dolls. Uncle Harvey pulls the car into the driveway. You stare at the house. It's 2 stories high and run down. The lawn is choked with weeds. The front steps are cracked and crumbling. And covered in crap. Not very promising. At least the creepy cousins aren't around, you think. Maybe you could sneak off before they know you're here. Then, a loud bang makes you nearly jump out of your skin. Turn to page 2. Barney and Dora. I wonder if this book inspired children's television. Hey, Andrew, glad you're enjoying it. Or getting scared. We sound like kind of a jerk? Yeah. Oh man, my parents are going off to Europe without me. I have to stay with my aunt and uncle. Ew, they're gross. I don't like their son. I don't like their daughter. Your steps are all ugly. This house is all gross. Ew, it's dirty. Oh, you're excited to see me? I bet you are, Aunt. Come on. I'm some kind of hormonal kid. Barney runs out the front door, letting it slam behind him. Oh, shoo, that bang was just the door. You slowly step out of the car. Barney's pudgy face breaks into a mean grin under his thick blonde hair. Even though he's only a year older than you, he's twice your size. Fatty. While your aunt and uncle unload the car, he punches you on the arm, hard. Hi, wimp, he snarls. Dora skips around the side of the house, holding her obnoxious orange cat, Puff. Dora's dark hair hangs in 2 long braids over her shoulders. She eyes you with a smirk, then giggles. Puff hisses at you. What a summer, you think. Maybe you could spend your entire vacation upstairs in your room. But no. We've been waiting for you, Barney says. Let's play hide and seek. Oh no, you think. It's starting. It's so nice you're already having fun, Aunt Fiona gushes. Your uncle and I have to go back to work at the university. I'll take your suitcase upstairs for you. No, really, you protest. I don't mind. Nonsense, Uncle Harvey responds. You kids go on and play. There's just one thing. It's very important. You can play anywhere you want, but don't go into the basement. Turn to page 23, where you go into the basement. I mean, I know we're going into the basement. We're absolutely going into the basement. Our uncle's like, don't do it. And we're like, yeah. To that. Why do our grandparents have shrinking and growing food in the basement of an old fridge? You know what? That's the other thing. Like, look. All horror movies can be solved super easily. Whatever you do, don't go in the basement. Because there's deadly food in there that if you eat, will turn you into a giant and turn you into a little tiny... Don't worry about it, just don't go in there. It sounds terrible, right? Whatever you do, don't go through that door, because there's a monster and it'll eat you. Don't even worry about it, just don't go in there. I would hear that and be like, okay, cool, I don't want to mess with the supernatural today. Don't touch that button, because if you do, it'll explode the house. Like, all right, cool, I'll stay away from the button. Someone should, like, tape that or something. And then we don't go into the basement, the end. You know, it's funny, I hope it does it too, but the other one we did, Escape from the Carnival of Horrors, does do that. You get the choice of whether to climb the fence or leave, and if you choose to leave, it's like, good thing you're not the one making the decisions, and then it forces you to go to that page. Very well done. We're almost to our first choice. It usually takes a few pages. Why can't we go into the basement, you ask? Oh, we haven't cleaned it out since we moved in, Aunt Fiona tells you. The people who owned the house before were very strange. We don't know what's down there. It could be dangerous. Let's get started, Barney commands when his parents have gone inside. You remember the hide-and-seek rules? I remember, you sigh. Who could forget? Whoever is it gets to pound anyone he catches, Barney reminds you. Fine, you say. I'll go first. Sorry, Barney says. It's my house. I'll be it to start. Now go hide while I count to 100. He laughs as he waves his fists in your face. Then he shuts his eyes. 1, 2, Barney says. 3, 4, he continues. I'm just kidding, it doesn't say that at all. Turn to a page 108. We're already way deep in the book. Barney punches you to death. The end. Oh, these pages are stuck together. Fixed it. It wasn't really, it was just like air holding them together or something. Oh! It's our first choice! Yay! Love it. Hide in the basement, quick! He'll not guess there. I mean, honestly, that's one of the best places to hide. Or it'll be the first place he checks. 1, Barney counts. Oh yeah, I shouldn't have made this joke. 2, 3, 4, 27, 38, 50. As usual, your cousin is cheating. You'll have to find a place to hide fast. But where? Dora drops Puff and runs around to the back of the house. You want to stay as far away from her as possible. You glance around, then tiptoe into the house. You find yourself in a small living room, crowded with furniture. You don't have much time. Where can you hide? You dodge around a couple of chairs, then you head for the hallway that leads to the kitchen. 70, Barney shouts from the outside. 81, 86. You spot a doorway to the right of the refrigerator. You pull the door open. Creak. Steep, splintery steps lead down into a dark, musty-smelling room. Great audio cue. It must be the way to the basement. But your aunt and uncle warned you to stay out of it. 93? Barney shouts. Quick! Make a decision. Should you forget about your aunt and uncle's warning and hide in the basement? Or find somewhere else to hide? To creep down into the basement, turn to page 71. Or to find another hiding place. Or find another hiding place on page 47. So should we go to 71 and down into the basement? Or 47 and hide somewhere else? Vote Now, if you look under your chair, you'll find a voting device. Go ahead and put that number in, look at the number, memorize it, put back your voting device, then enter that number on your keyboard, and it'll come up in chat, and that's how we'll do it. Admittedly, the voting device is probably not an integral step, but I feel like it really brings the reality to the situation, so... I'm seeing a lot of 71s. I think it's 71. 71 it is. Let's creep down into the basement. Let's boogie down to the basement. Walk down the steps like we own the place. Gonna win the game, punch Barney in the face. He won't keep up with our sick pace. But if he does, I've got a concealed can of mace. Okay, enough. I really do like that. Yeah, we're bringing some Bats OG. Where's my hat? It's somewhere. All right, here we go. I really like this song, though. You glance around quickly to make sure no one is watching. Then you push open the basement door and start down. The stairs are old. They creak with every step you take. Cobwebs brush your face. What could be down here that's so dangerous, you wonder? You reach the bottom of the stairs. The floor is so dusty it looks as if it hasn't been cleaned in 100 years. Feeble daylight filters through the big, filthy window at the back of the room. You start to explore. But there's nothing much to see. Musty, old, dusty, worn furniture. Old couches, old chairs, an old mattress, an old refrigerator and stove, both covered in rust, sit in one corner. Nothing dangerous, nothing even interesting. But being down here is better than getting pounded by Barney. I kind of want to make that an expression now. Oh, God, I hate this part of the game, but it's better than getting pounded by Barney. And then people will be like, what? I don't know if that's something that you should ever say. You sit in one of the old armchairs and wait. Sooner or later, Barney and Dora will get tired of their game. Soon it will be safe to go back upstairs. There's only one problem. A big problem. Turn to page 14. No choice on that page. Maybe there will be a choice on this page. No context theater? I know, tell me about it, right? Barney and Dora up in here. Oh my stars, Dora the Explorer and Barney the Dinosaur. No wonder I'm so annoyed to go over to their house. That doesn't surprise me in the least bit now. Your problem is that you're hungry. All right. The plane ride to Fiskville was a long one. All you had to eat was an airline snack of peanuts and a soda. And now you realize that you're starving. Your stomach is growling so loudly, you're almost afraid Barney and Dora will hear it. You glance around the basement again. Maybe there are some cans of food. But no, only shelves contain old carpenter's tools. The only cabinets are full of torn and dirty sheets and towels. You really don't want to go back upstairs. Not yet. Not with Barney the bully and drippy Dora waiting for you. What about the old refrigerator? You see that it's plugged in. Maybe there's something to eat inside. Trying not to get your hopes up too high, you approach the refrigerator. The door seems stuck, but you pull hard and it pops open. You spot 2 containers way in the back. You bend down to inspect them and you gasp. Turn to page 29. You gasp because you remember a funny joke you heard yesterday. Something in the refrigerator smells great. It smells so good. Your mouth starts watering. Is that a snack emote? I like that. That's a great one. 100-year-old food. Right. I mean, we came down here and we're like, oh man, the floor looks like it hasn't been cleaned in 100 years. Everything looks old and rusty. Oh, hey, the refrigerator. Let's eat the food that's inside of it. What am I, an idiot? Yes, we are playing with Barney the Bully and Drippy Dora. Shh. Lame kids, am I right? You were hungry before, but now you're ravenous. Whatever's giving off that smell, it must be the best tasting food in the whole world. You pull out 2 containers and examine them. One is a small jar. At the bottom of the jar is a glop of disgusting-looking purple goop. The other container is a white bakery box with a label that says Effie's Bakery, Midvale, in fancy writing. Inside the box is a thick slab of chocolate cake. You lean down and sniff. To your surprise, the delicious aroma is coming from the purple goop. It smells like a combination of the best peanut butter and jelly in the world, with chocolate on top. That sounds yummy. The cake doesn't have any smell at all. Your stomach growls again. Which one will you eat? The choice may kill you. Which one will you eat? The wonderful smelling purple goop or the chocolate cake? You have 30 seconds to decide. If you taste the purple goop, turn to page 17. If you try the cake, go to page 111. What do you guys think? Purple goop or chocolate cake? What are we gonna eat? Woo Chunk, I got the books. Thank you so much. I went down last night and picked it up at the UPS store, and as soon as I got it, I felt it, and I was like, this feels like a book. Wait, no. This feels like multiple books. And I just like ripped it open right there, and was like, yay, I'm so excited. Thank you very much, I appreciate it. Don't eat either, starve. Let's see, we got cake, cake because bamboozled, goop, 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 cake, cake, goop, cake, goop. Chocolate cake has no smell. That's probably true. Don't want Matilda action, need the goop. We gotta do the goop. Pour the goop on the chocolate cake. This is a fantastic idea. Yeah, I think it's gotta be the goop. I think the goops have it. It's close, but I think the goops have it. You chose poorly. Turn to page 17. Turn to the average of the pages. Middle of the road. Good news is next time we play, we can eat the cake. Cautiously, you stick a fingertip into the purple goop. It feels soft and gooey, like peanut butter. You stick out your tongue and take a teeny tiny taste. Awesome flavor! It's purple and slimy, but this weird peanut buttery goo tastes like a combination of every delicious dessert you've ever had in your life. creme brulee, marzipan, and ice cream. That's all. You're like 6. That's all you've ever had. You lick the rest of your purple goop off your finger, then stick your finger back in the jar. Oh, terrible etiquette. Oh, man. We deserve whatever happens now. You can't believe how yummy it tastes. You wish the whole jar were full of the purpley paste. Unfortunately, there wasn't very much, and soon, the jar is empty. But you're not hungry anymore. In fact, you feel great. You shut the refrigerator door and flop back down on the armchair. Moments later, you hear a loud thump on the top of the stairs. You glance up. Your heart sinks when you see what's there. I mean, it's Barney, right? It's Barney. Obviously, we eat Barney. Yeah, we ate it all. We are the worst kid. Everything that comes, we deserve it. Everything. Oh, hey, Hurricane Tron. Thank you so much. 100 bits. Ban this double dipper. We were mean to our aunt and uncle. We were entitled with our parents. We were mean to our aunt and uncle. We were rude about their house. We're mean to their kids. We're rude about the cleanliness of their basement. We're stealing their food. We're double dipping with wet fingers. What are we, some kind of like house troll? Oh. I was wrong. It's not Barney. Uh-oh. At the top of the stairs, it's your cousin Dora, smirking at you from the top of the stairs. You're not supposed to be down here, she says. I'm gonna tell. Wait, you cry. It was an accident. I came in here by mistake. Yeah, sure, she taunts. But maybe I won't tell if you play with me. Maybe, you say cautiously. Let's play dolls, she urges. I have a new dollhouse. You hate playing with Dora. She's really spoiled and has a tantrum if she doesn't get her way. I'll tell if you don't, Dora persists. What are you gonna do? If you refuse to budge, turn to page 22. If you give in and play with Dora, turn to page 35. What do you think? Do we tell Dora, heck no, we won't go? Or do we play dolls with drippy, droopy, dreary Dora? I forgot which was which. It's stay 22, 35, go play. Heck no, we won't go. Snitches get stitches. Oh my god, I love this. I love this, because I can't tell you, it brings me back to my childhood. The, ooh, you did something you're not supposed to, I'm gonna tell. As an adult, it's like, oh no, are you gonna tell on me? Uh-oh, I'm gonna get in trouble. Shut up, you know, it's not a big deal. But when you're a kid, I'm gonna tell on you is like doom. I'm gonna tell on you is the adult equivalent to you're under arrest. 22? Oh man, I'm feeling like those 22s have it. I'm just feeling a wall of 22s. Is that go play? Refuse to budge? Ah, yeah, nice. We're like, heck no. Technically, she's in the basement now too, so we could tell on her. That's probably what's gonna happen. You went down into the basement. Oh yeah? How do you know he did? Who do you think's your parents are gonna punish more? Me or their nephew. Sunday Wolf! There it is! Things were a little bit delayed. But you get your woof 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 anyway. Thank you so much. You have become the newest subscriber, newest bearer of that badge, user of those emotes, more fruit bat emotes than anywhere else on Twitch, I'll tell you that right now. Enjoy it. Thank you very much for your support. Glad you're enjoying yourself, and enjoy that ad-free viewing experience you get as well. All month long, not a single ad. Love it. 36 and feel fairly confident I work with adult tattletales? Probably right. We are gonna refuse to budge. No way are you gonna play with bratty Dora and her dumb dolls. You cross your arms over your chest and glare at your cousin. Go ahead and tell, you taunt. I don't care. You're gonna be sorry. Dora sneers at you. Then she disappears. Poof. Probably not like that. You could hear her calling Barney. Oh, great, you think. I'm gonna get pounded. You can hear footsteps approaching. Your eyes dart around for a place to hide. You fling open the refrigerator and climb inside. The door swings shut behind you. No one's down here, Barney growls. But Barney, I tell you... From your cramped hiding place, you could tell Dora is bewildered. You hear them clamored upstairs. Fooled you, you gloat. But the joke's on you. When you try to open the door, it won't budge. You throw all your weight against it. Nothing. You realize you're stuck inside the refrigerator, and you're running out of air. Frantically, you pound and shout, Uncle Harvey? Aunt Fiona? Barney? Dora? No one hears you. It will be hours before Uncle Harvey and Aunt Fiona come home from work. Barney and Dora are probably playing outside. You gasp your final breath and realize that even playing with Dora would have been better than this terrible end. That's dark. That was pretty dark. We just died in a refrigerator in the basement. We didn't even have time for the purple goop to do anything but be delicious. We suffocated to death alone in the refrigerator. And, like, Uncle Harvey and Aunt Fiona are gonna come home. They're gonna be like, where's your cousin? And they're gonna be like, I don't know. And Dora will say, he went down into the basement and then we couldn't find him. They're gonna say, he went down into the basement, oh my god. They're gonna go down. They're gonna look around. They're gonna find our body in the refrigerator. And we're dead. So maybe they'll try to revive us. Maybe they'll, call the ambulance. Maybe they'll try. But we don't make it. They have to call our parents in Europe. Like, the day after they left. The day they got there. And they're gonna have to say, hi, my brother or sister. I don't remember which one of my parents is related to you. But, so, funny story. We brought your 8-year-old pride and joy to our home, left him unattended, and he immediately died. So, sorry, your son is dead. Do you want to come home from Europe immediately? Are you even there yet? You're probably getting this message when you're landing. You said we deserve everything? We deserve to be in a sandwich. We deserve to be inside a giant sandwich, looking perplexed, covered in purple goo. I don't know if we deserve to suffocate in a refrigerator in a basement. This is nightmarish. This is the greatest thing on Twitch. Please tell me you do these readings every stream. You know, for a long time, I only had one of these Choose Your Own Adventure books. I had a book from my childhood, Escape from the Carnival of Horrors. And we've run through this a few times, but then, you know, we stopped. Now I got 3 more. So we got some things to do. Will I do it every stream? I don't know. Will I do it anytime it's the evening time and we've got a little bit to do before the end of the day? Yeah, probably. Maybe we'll do a reading every day. I can't decide if maybe we should just turn to a different page. Like we could go back to the Dora decision and decide to play with her. I mean, it seemed like a really quick end, right? Although, say play with Dora, I'm really curious. I was really surprised. I turned to that page and I tried not to reveal it in my face, but I could see at the bottom that it said the end. And I was like, oh, we died. I didn't know how. I thought, because I think the purple goo shrinks us, I thought we were going to go into the refrigerator and then shrink and then not be able to open it again. And it'll just be like, oh, you have to live in here forever now or something. Not you breathe your final breath and realize you'll never see your parents again and start crying. Like, I didn't want that. That's nightmarish. Is the beast from the east? Ooh. We don't need to die for pride. Yeah, let's go ahead and play with Dora. I want to see what happens. I don't remember, we were on like 92 or something? No, 94? Oh, if you refuse to bulge, if you give in and play with Dora. Okay. So, I've got a really bad headache and also this weird memory of like going into that refrigerator and suffocating to death. Oh, and my nose is bleeding. Oh well, I should play with Dora though, right? It's one of those movies now. Let's give in and play with Dora. Dora immediately stabs you. Well, all right, I guess that was fast. These books are grim. She's like 11. I don't know what she's doing. Oh wait, I turned to the wrong page. Hold on. You figure it's too early in your visit to get into trouble. All right. Where's the dollhouse? You ask Dora. Out on the porch. Your cousin answers. Follow me. You start to follow Dora up the stairs when, suddenly, you have to stop. The strangest sensation comes over you. Your toes and fingers tingle, and little pink dots swim before your eyes. Come on, Dora whines from the top of the stairs. You said you'd play. You shake your head and everything is back to normal again. That was weird, you think. Maybe you just stood up too fast. Dora stamps her foot impatiently. Do I have to sick Barney on you? She warns. I'm coming. You bound up the stairs. You feel a little tired. Those stairs must be steeper than they look. You follow Dora out to the porch and sit beside her in front of the dollhouse. You have to admit, the dollhouse is pretty cool. It's 3 stories high and filled with miniature furniture. There's even a tiny piano and a little guitar. You reach into the dollhouse to move a chair, and as you do, you notice Dora's eyes open wide in surprise. Turn to page 102. What is it? I don't know yet. We're gonna have to find out together. We're gonna become a doll, aren't we? I mean, we're. As soon as she said, "Come play with me," I have a dollhouse. I was like, all right, we're gonna be a doll in the dollhouse. Sounds good. Sounds terrible. Sounds fine though. Sounds fine. Climbing stairs and have to stop immediately. We're in bad shape, or else IBS. I think that's true. What's wrong? You ask Dora. Why is your watch like that? She asks, pointing to your wrist. You glance where Dora is pointing and notice that your wristwatch is hanging loose from your wrist. That's strange, you murmur. The watch band must have stretched. It's metal, Dora points out. How could it stretch? Didn't it fit when you got here? I guess so, you mumble. That's a good question, you realize, but one you don't have an answer for. Now you notice something else. When you first came here, you were 3 inches taller than Dora. Sitting beside her now, you seem to be the same height. How could that be possible? She noticed the watch. I also don't know why her eyes went wide in horror. Oh my god! Your watch doesn't fit! What? Gonna die from this great acting? I'm classically trained. What's going on? Rush to page 78. We're gonna need a choice here soon. It's going well. We'll probably be fine. Being a doll sounds better than dying in a dingy basement. You know what? You're probably right. You're probably screw Dora, go back in the fridge. Even knowing what's happening, we're just gonna... There's got to be a logical explanation. Maybe you didn't notice how much Dora has grown? Maybe you're losing weight. Maybe you're just imagining things. You're looking awfully thin, dear, Aunt Fiona tells you at supper that night. Oh, flash forward. Have some more mashed potatoes. Yeah, wimp, Barney grins. Eat some of my food while you're at it. When his mother isn't looking, he dumps his broccoli on your plate. You ignore Barney, because you've just noticed something disturbing. The table seems a lot higher than it used to be. Something really bizarre is happening to you. I'll feel better after a good night's sleep, you think. That night, you have weird dreams about pink dots and tingling toes. And the next morning, when you climb out of bed, your pajama bottoms fall off your body onto the floor. What's happening? You wonder in a panic. You pick up your pajama bottoms and examine them. They're exactly the same as they were last night. Of course they are. Because you know what the problem is. Your pajamas haven't gotten bigger. Dora hasn't grown, and your wristband hasn't stretched. You have shrunk. Turn to page 50. We're not getting a lot of choices here. We're just gonna run around naked? I think that's the implication. Yes. I mean, in the cover picture, I was gonna say we're clearly not... Oh, no, we're wearing shoes and pants. So we're clearly not naked there. But, I don't know, maybe we find doll's clothes. We probably put on doll's clothes. I have goosebumps! Love Goosebumps as a kid? Yeah, me too. And the TV show? Heck yeah. Oh, did we reach the end of the music? No, not even close. You run into the bathroom. The mirror is even higher than it was last night. You have to stand on a stool just to peer into it. It's true, you look the same, but you're definitely smaller. Getting dressed, you notice that none of your clean clothes fit. They're all much too big. Except the jeans and t-shirt you wore yesterday. They're smaller too. Whatever made you shrink also made them shrink. That's convenient. But what was it? Yesterday, you mutter. You pace around the room, trying to remember everything you did in the last 24 hours. You're freaked out, it's hard to concentrate. What could it have possibly been other than going down into the prohibited basement that I wasn't supposed to go down into and eating the mysterious purple goo? It couldn't have been that, right? Okay, you say to yourself, trying to calm down. I've been on airplanes before and I've never shrunk. I've had my aunt's cooking before and I've never shrunk. So it's not what I ate for dinner. Suddenly you snap your fingers. You figured it out. Can you guess? The purple peanut butter. You've never had anything like that before. In fact, you're not even sure what that purple goop was. You better find out and fast. You race downstairs and straight to the basement, but when you yank open the basement door, your heart stops. Well, we're dead. That's cardiac arrest. So, we suffocated and we had our heart stop. Though it says go to page 100, so maybe our heart didn't literally stop. We might be okay. It might have been a figurative thing. It may have been okay. Good. Yes, it was just figurative. It was figurative. And good news, we finally get to make a choice on this page too. Our heart didn't really stop. It's a figure of speech. We're fine. It's fine. Good old R.L. Stine was using a little bit of linguistic trickery there. What actually made our heart stop, though, is something even worse. This is why you don't eat random things in old basements. It's not like I needed to learn that lesson before now, but noted. I probably have some weird purple things in my refrigerator, honestly. I haven't cleaned it out in a little while, too. I have the advantage that if I get stuck in it, I think I could open it from the inside. It's gone. The refrigerator has disappeared. In fact, all the furniture in the basement is gone. Everything. The basement is completely empty. You rush to the kitchen. Your aunt is just leaving the house to go to work at the university. Aunt Fiona, you cry. Where's the refrigerator that was in the basement? She frowns. Dora told me you were playing down there yesterday. That rat! You played with her stupid dollhouse and she still told on you! Don't worry, Aunt Fiona goes on. I had all the furniture hauled to the dump early this morning. But, you start to protest, those old things were dirty and dangerous, she continues. Now it's safe for you kids to play down there whenever you want. She gives you a quick kiss. Mwah! And leaves just before you could ask any more questions. You stare at her in shock. You're in big trouble. Or rather, in small trouble. You're still shrinking. What if you grow so small, you disappear? If you think you can find the refrigerator at the dump, hurry to page 24. If you think you should see a doctor, turn to page 120. What do you guys think? Should we go look for the refrigerator in the dump? If so, refrigerator, dump, 24, page 24, that all works. Or should we see a doctor and turn to page 120? Oh, it's up to you. 1 second. 1 second while you're voting. Whee! Oh, it is getting chilly as a pepper down at Grandpa Fruitbat's house. Kids, you ready to continue with the story? 120 seems a lot more reasonable. That's the doctor, right? Let's see, we got dump, dump, 120, dump, dump, dump. Ooh, dump is 24. Doctors are all hacks, he'll make it worse. Dump, I'm seeing a lot of dump. I think we're gonna do the dump. Hold the page with my finger and see both sides. I gotta tell you, I did the same thing. We have to find the dump first, then find the fridge in the dump. That's true. All right, 24 it is. The doctor can't cure you for having a rat for a cousin. Truth. Oh, dump music is starting. You've decided to try to find the refrigerator. You need to get that jar. There may be a label on it that can tell you what to do, or at least what the purple peanut butter is. You race to the front door. You come to a sudden stop, slapping your hand on your forehead. You forgot. You don't know where the dump is. Or how to get there. Great. I know, we need to go to the dump. Let's go. Wait, I forgot something. I don't even know what that is. Shucks. Great. Your only hope is Barney. We're not going to be railroaded and having to go to the doctor, don't worry. You'll be nice, you decide. Polite. You'll even beg. You search the house for Barney. You find him in the den, lying on the floor, watching TV. Hi, Barney, you say sweetly. He grunts. He doesn't even glance at you. Barney, hold it down, will you? He growls. He's watching King Kong. Probably identifying with the ape, you figure. Barney, please, you repeat. I need to... Would you shut up? Barney snaps. His eyes are still glued to the screen. Those weird pink dots are dancing in front of your eyes again. As soon as the tingling in your toes and fingers stops, you realize you've shrunk a few more inches. Now your head is level with the arm of the couch. When is this shrinking going to end? Are you gonna shrink down to nothing? Turn to page 81. It's getting all sci-fi now. Not Barney. Thank you, R.L. Stein. How has no one noticed? That's a good question. Head level with the arm of the chair, we're like 3 feet tall. Max. That's absolutely noticeable at this point. Then again, we're actually a child. That might only be like a foot shorter. That's still noticeable, though. Oh, shoot. What did I say? Oh, yeah. No, definitely not 80. It was 81. Whew. Wouldn't slap my head for pure fun once. I don't think I've ever gone... But it has been like, like I've done that before. That's less a head slap and more a head hold, I suppose. And they did it so tested. Well, there you go. I accept it as a real thing that people do then. You have to get to the dump, and you have to get there now. Barney is your only hope. Please, Barney, I have to. What part of shut up don't you understand? Barney demands. I'm trying to watch TV. Do I have to teach you a lesson? As he pulls himself off the floor, you realize you're so little now that he towers over you. Maybe this was a bad idea. I'll see you later, you say, and start to back out of the room. But Barney means business. You've seen that nasty expression in his face before. It means he's really mad. And when Barney is mad, watch out. I'll pound you. You'll pound me. Okay, I just realized this is not where I want to go with my life right now. And Barney is mad. Watch out. Quick! Where can you hide from your cousin? Dash into the kitchen and hide in a cupboard on page 13. Or find a hiding spot outdoors. Run to page 93. Kitchen and in the cupboard? Or hiding spot outdoors? 13 to go to the kitchen. 93 to go outdoors. Where should our shrinking selves hide? You tell me. Right after this. Hi, I'm Fruit Bats with Wet Ones. Wet Ones, when you need to wipe your hands and kill bacteria, Wet Ones is the cloth that will do it. Wet Ones. Wet Ones. And we're back. I'm not actually paid by Wet Ones, I just have them on my desk. You know. Sometimes my hands get dirty and I use them to wipe my hands. It's not weird. Basement, outdoors, kitchen, okay, I need to remember what it is again. 93 is outdoors, right? Yeah. Let's see. Kitchen, outdoors. Ooh, it's looking close. I think I'm seeing a few more kitchens. Maybe a couple more kitchens here. Stardew Valley and Fruit Bats goes well together. Yes, just got the Master Angler achievement. Sweet. Art Commander, how you doing? Shilling for Big Towelette. Definitely 93 unless we want to get trapped in the cupboard. We might get trapped in the cupboard. Ooh, this is pretty close. I'll flip a coin? Could flip a coin. Or I could actually count it up. Cabinet. We'll do cabinet. I do think the cabinets have it, actually. I think the cabinets have it. So we'll go to 13. We'll just remember, next time we go through, next time we find ourselves at this spot, perhaps make sure we go outside. Cabinet it is. Here we go. You quickly spin on your heels and sprint toward the kitchen. Barney lunges for you. Clumsily, he trips over his own feet and falls to the floor. Without stopping, you yank open one of the lower cupboard doors and wriggle inside. You're so small now that you easily slip in among the pots and pans. Barney will never find you here. You hear him stomping into the kitchen just as you pull the cupboard door shut. Where are you? He demands. You can't hide from me forever. Wanna bet, you think? You hear him open the door to the pantry, then slam it shut. Luckily, he never got a good look at you. He has no idea that you're small enough to fit in these little cupboards. Wimp! Barney hollers. You'll have to come out sooner or later. Definitely later, you think. You hear the TV click back on. From the sound of it, Barney's watching some really noisy race car program. This will be a great time to leave the cupboard. No way he'll hear you climb out. Smiling, you prepare to climb out of the cupboard, but then a weird and familiar feeling comes over you. What is it? Turn to page 72. All right, I'm gonna take a stab here. It's the tingling and the pink spots, and we're shrinking more. Those annoying pink dots. I was right. He's gonna starve. I mean, we're getting smaller, so I imagine we probably need fewer calories. I think we could be okay. I was Barney not concerned about us size. Apparently, he never got a look at us, and he's got no idea. We're turning into a bat. Wouldn't mind it. Those annoying pink dots. That creepy tingling in your fingers and toes. You're still shrinking. I was wondering the same thing, Airstrike. Thank you. He was in the middle of King Kong. It was the movie he was watching. He was upset that you're watching it, and now he's going watching something else. That was on my mind, too. I decided not to say anything about it, but I gotta tell you, I was thinking the same thing. Now, when you try to open the cupboard door, you find it's much too heavy for you. You're not sure how small you've become, but the pots and pans now seem as big as cars. Oh, we got to the end of the music. Let's get another one. Here we go. Perfect. What can you do? If you don't leave the cupboard, you'll never be able to find the refrigerator and return to your true size. At this rate, you'll have shrunk down to nothing before lunch. Let's be a little bit quieter. There we are. Help! You squeak. Help! Even if you were your normal size, you realize no one would be able to hear you with all the racket coming from the TV. Luckily, it's not totally dark in the cupboard, but why not? You glance around, you notice something you hadn't seen before. In the back of the cupboard, you spot a small hole. Pale light is streaming in through it. Maybe you could escape through the hole. You crawl over a pile of pan lids toward the hole. You've almost reached it when you hear a hideous scratching sound. A moment later, a huge, furry head begins to push through the hole. Yikes! What is it? Turn to page 127. So we're really small now. Or mice. No, we don't know. We don't know yet if it's mice or rodents going through the hole and showing its furry face. Oh, no, yeah, actually it's keeping the tension going. I thought I was gonna look and it would be like, it's a mouse, but it doesn't. There's more text that builds up the suspense while we don't know yet what it is. Yeah, I'm not sure why, Prey, we think finding the fridge is gonna help us. Our idea was that we would find something on the jar that would be printed on it what it is, but also you would think we would, have read that before we ate it. I'm guessing. No, Zeliard, I'm just kidding. Because obviously it's a mouse. I'm just kidding. You're fine. It's one of those, like it's setting up for it to be a mouse, but it's still like setting up suspense for what it might be. It's a kid's book, so you don't have to worry about it. Definitely, I mean, if you've read the book, no spoilers, but if you're just guessing, you're fine. No worries. You watch as the huge beast climbs through the hole toward you. Its face is covered with hair. It has a long, pointed snout and huge yellow teeth. It opens its mouth and lets out a loud squeak. You realize that the terrifying monster is a mouse. And it's 3 times bigger than you are. You're really small now. The mouse glances around the cupboard, probably looking for food. Then it spots you. Its long whiskers twitch as it sniffs in your direction. It begins to move toward you. What will you do now? Should you try to fight it off? Or maybe it's as gentle as the mice in the cage in your school classroom. Maybe you should make friends with it. Whatever you decide, you've got to do something soon. There's no way out of the cupboard except through the mouse hole, and the mouse is now less than a whisker away. Should we fight the mouse and turn to page 98, or make friends with it? Turn to page 116. Strategically, I don't know. On one hand, I feel like making friends with it, R.L. Stine would be like, all right, well, mouse, wild animal, no, this isn't a fantasy book, you get eaten. Or it could be, it's a mouse, it's cute, be friends with it. It could go either way. I have no idea. Make it a mount! Mice are scary to other mouse-sized things. Rodents, I bet, would be. They could gnaw really well. Rats don't stink. If you clean up after them on the regular, yeah. Rats don't sneak inherently. It's just like their poop. So as long as you're cleaning their poop up regularly, they won't smell any worse than, say, a cat. 116, is that's friends, right? Wow. Befriend it, tame it. We got a few killers. Wombat and koala penguin want to kill it. The people who are named after animals want to fight the mouse. It's a kid's book. Making friends is 100% the answer to everything. So Orange Ninja, I remember you said you came in a little bit late. We had one ending early in the book that I decided we'll just make the different decision and keep going, because we didn't even get to the shrinking part yet. We hid in a refrigerator, got trapped in it, and then suffocated to death and died. So, yes, it's a kid's book, but getting mauled by the mouse would not surprise me. Honestly, like, that could be the darkest death. We've had some dark deaths. There was one death where a giant bird picked us up and dropped us, and we fell to our death. That was pretty scary. We're afraid of Barney? How are we gonna kill a mouse? Good call. So I think more people voted for befriending it. Let's give it a shot. Let's make friends with the mouse and turn to page 116. Ooh, that bloody? Yikes. This is gonna be a little bit vile to read if you find yourself squeamish. Parental guidance is advised. You've decided to make friends with the mouse. You want it to know you aren't a threat. Hello, mousy mousy, you say sweetly. You try not to think of its long, yellow teeth. The mouse stops stalking you. It stares at you with its little, beady eyes. You think back on all the mice you've seen in school science projects. You know they're curious animals. How can you make it curious instead of hungry? You begin to make faces at it. You rub your stomach with one hand while patting your head with the other. Thank goodness I could do that. The mouse continues to gaze at you. It seems much less dangerous now. It starts to appear interested. Now, you do a cartwheel. Imagine that one. When you're upside down, you hit your heel on a pot lid. Ow! You cry. The mouse squeaks at you, as if it understands that it hurt yourself. That you hurt yourself. You make squeaking sounds back at the mouse. Maybe you could convince it that you're just a strange-looking mouse. Squeak! The mouse cries. Squeak! You reply. And then suddenly, the mouse lunges at you. Its mouth wide open. Have you made a mistake? Did you say something terrible and mouse squeaks? Turn to page 45. I assert dominance and pee on it. I don't know if that works in rat culture. What did you just say about my mother? The good news is we're still turning, so we're maybe still alive. Who knows for how much longer, though. Music on point again? We're a baby. See, that's what I'm thinking. You know? It sounds like a misdirect. Like, we're a baby mouse, it's gonna pick us up, it's gonna take us to the brood, and we're gonna live with the other baby mice, and they're gonna help us plot. And then, like, the very end, we'll see, like, the mice, like, taking down Barney and just, like, you know, biting him until he dies. Or carrying him off and throwing him off a cliff. Or, you know, maybe we'll become king of the mice. Who knows? We shrink more and the mouse jumps over us, missing. Ooh, I like that too. I like that too. It's possible. I haven't looked at the page yet. I've got it saved. So these are all good guesses. I wonder which one it's gonna be. Squeak! The mouse repeats. Then it jumps on you. Hey! You cry. You find yourself buried under mouse fur. The mouse's snout is right in your face. Its breath is hot and sour. Let me go! You yell. The mouse squeaks again, more quietly. Squeak. And then it licks your face. Is it getting ready to eat me? You wonder? No. It's washing your face. When it's done, it begins to wash the rest of your body. Then it picks you up in its warm, moist mouth. Its teeth hold you firmly, but don't hurt you. The mouse carries you back through the mouse hole to a crawl space beneath the house. And now, you see where it's headed. A soft gray nest made out of fur, twigs, and grass. Nestled in the nest are 3 small gray baby mice. Each baby mouse is about the same size as you. No! You cry. But the mouse doesn't listen. It gives you another lick. Then it drops you in the nest, next to its children. It seems that the mouse has decided to adopt you. But cheer up, things could be worse. You'll be warm here, and you'll have plenty to eat, as long as you like cheese and breadcrumbs. The toughest challenge will be learning to stay quiet as a mouse. The end. I feel a lot better ending on, I mean, we're a baby mouse for the rest of our life. Is that ideal? No, but we didn't suffocate in a refrigerator.